So, any Kenpachi Zaraki fan had all their Christmases at once. Because one of the biggest things that ever came out of watching the OG Bleach was what would happen if Kenpachi could actually hear his sword. And what would happen if he got a Shikai and a Bankai. And then during the fight with Ichigo, we had that uh, when Ichigo was asking Zangetsu for help. Zangetsu was basically teaching him, like, I will give you all this power as long as it doesn't rain here. And then he powered Ichigo up and then is like, can you see it? You can hear Kenpachi's blade, but he can't hear it. That's someone that only believes in themselves. As a result, he's going to be weakened because the sword and the person are not fighting together. As we know in sword mastery, at the beginning, stage 1, the man and the sword are separate. Stage 2, the man and the sword become one. And then stage 3, the man becomes the blade. It stops being a matter of needing the blade, and it becomes that you've honed yourself and is an instrument of destruction to the point that blade, no blade, you're a weapon. So we had that. And then it was just like, fuck, could you imagine Kenpachi like syncing up with his blade? You know? And we get this. Because, and it kind of explains it in a way, because Kenpachi had sealed a part of himself off, like closed him off. He lost touch with a part of himself. So he lost that part of his own soul that could probably hear the blade. And so now that he has reconnected with himself, like he is a complete being once again, probably, by remembering this, he is now probably able to hear the blade. Which I think that would be an amazingly interesting thing to see how it happens, you know? Because up until I remember when we were watching Ikkaku fight, one of the things that they said was that they don't release their blade and they don't use Bankai because they see it as relying on Zanpakuto. But we saw Ikkaku use his Bankai reluctantly when he needed to, because, you know, he kind of felt like he shouldn't. But we also saw Kenpachi after his fight with Ichigo, you know, when he was on the ground, he was actually looking up at his blade and he was like, after all this time, if I actually asked you for your name, would you tell me? And then he actually cried because he wanted to get stronger. He's like, I want to get stronger. I want to get stronger. And then he, like, you know, broke down. And it's kind of ironic now, considering he was stronger. He just kept cutting off parts of himself so you could enjoy fighting. And now it's finally come full circle because there finally is an opponent that Kenpachi kind of needs his himself to be at 100% to potentially take out. It's like completely justified. Yamamoto's fucking dead, right? And if Yamamoto was there as a sort of, you know, guardian to make sure and they keep Kenpachi in check, you know, in case of death, read this, Unohana. The reason why you're not involved in this battle is you're probably the only one that could unleash Kenpachi. And now that Kenpachi is unleashed, there is hope, you know? So so any Kenpachi Zaraki fans probably had all their Christmases come at once. I know I feel that way. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. He's one of my favorite characters from Bleach because he's always awesome when he's on screen. He always brings energy and all this other stuff. He's just unbelievably entertaining. Whenever Kenpachi is there, I'm like... You know, like, Ichigo will win in the end. It's that type of anime. He will win, or he'll get a power-up and win, or he'll get a montage and win, or something. But the side characters can lose. They can lose. They don't have MC plot armor. So you can actually cheer for them because their victory is not guaranteed. That's what I like about Kenpachi. He's one of those guys that you want to cheer for, you know. Even when he's like getting beat up and shit, you're like, come on, Kenpachi, go for it, son, you know. He's just one of those guys, you know. And I don't think he's a bad guy at all. I think he's a great guy. He's just like, he's simple. He's like, I like to fight. He even said it himself. If you are strong and you'd love to fight, we'll get along. Like, he's such a simple guy. You know exactly where you stand. You want to fight? We'll get along. If you don't want to fight, get the fuck out. Like, very simple to the point guy. And I think that makes him a great character. I think he's overall a great character. He doesn't strike me as the type of person that would talk behind your back, that would stab you in the back, that would talk shit. Very simple guy, you know? Like, this is what I am, take it or leave it. You like it, good shit. You don't like it, fuck off, you know? Complete opposite of some other characters, you know? Alright, let's kick it off. It's time for Kenpachi. It's Kenpachi time. Kenpachi time. Gotta love it. But Ichigo didn't get one. He just borrowed Rukia's power and it spawned. So, does Zangetsu work the same way? But there's a flaw with that. That's how adoption works. I don't think the Zanpakuto was against it. Mommy was a Quincy, Daddy was a Soul Reaper. How much you want to bet that his Zanpakuto is a crossbreed? Maybe Ichigo can bring peace to the two warring factions. Like a Romeo and Juliet thing. Make love, not war. You got some Quincy, we got some Soul Reaper, make baby. Problem solved. What about the Hollow? I honestly have to try to remember back about holification. I have to remember. It's been a long time, man. Give me a minute. Let my brain rewind. See, I'm trying to remember back because Ichigo got his blade, adventures with Rukia, random hollows appear, introduction of Uryu, they had that competition, Mendos Grande appears, Ichigo gets struck with a sword, analogy about the tap being blocked in water pressure, Ichigo wounds a Menos Grande, green guy with the hat explains shit to Orihime. Orihime has a brother. She gets those little things that turn out to have powers. I don't know how the fuck that works. Chad is a fucking Chad because he's Chad. Fucking as Chad as fuck. Then Renji Byakuya came. kicked Ichigo's ass. Zanpakuto damaged. Goes back to store owner whose name I can't remember because reasons. Ichigo training montage with a broken sword. Then at some point, something about holification to either rebuild the blade by forcibly getting him to synchronize with Zangetsu or something. I remember he had the training montage underground, and as a result of the training montage, he got holified at some point. Like, that's when the holo started. And then they saw the mask, and they're like, fuck this shit, you know? Yoroichi saw the mask, the other guy saw the mask. I think it was when he could sense Reishi, when he could sense the red strings. You know, he had to, like, sense the red string in order to get his sword or something. That's when it first happened. But I don't remember what got them to do that training. I think if I could remember that part, then maybe I would have something. Literally finished watching a long ass stream preparing to go to sleep, and then Bleach. It is what it is. That's why I'd actually love to rewatch Bleach, because watching it the first time, I binged the living shit out of it from the time Rukia got taken away all the way to the end of the Soul Society arc that ends with, Superman taking off his disguise and becoming Aizen. So I watched it, but I honestly didn't soak in everything. So seeing it a second time would let me really soak in all those little grains of, little tiny grains of stuff, because I've only seen it once. So I think I'd get a lot from reviewing, but we'll see. We're currently watching Naruto Shippuden, and we'll get there one day. Hey, Hudson, you brought me food. You're the best. Just keep feeding me. Thank you. Who's that? Is that wifey? She's from the arc you skipped. But I thought that was filler. There's Dad. The former Soul Reaper captain that wrestles with his son to teach him combat. I'm gonna do that with my kids. I'm gonna pretend to poke them with a finger to teach them how to properly handle knives. Zangetsu is just fucking crying now. So you're just casually taking a shower in another woman's place while she does your clothes for you? What's the go there? And she also feeds you? Fuck. For context, she is his boss, Kuma. Yeah, I bet she's his mommy. Wait, he has a job? Why? I'm just saying. Why? Oof. You know, normally feeling like an older sister would mean hands off, but knowing Japan, that might not actually be a good thing. That is the biggest fucking convenience store thing ever. Ding, ding. What? He just fucking snuck in. full Shinigami robes and everything. Is like, my boy. Time for another training montage. How did he drop that? Doesn't he need that for his Soul Reaper powers? Daddy's like, no. You will get your powers back. Or die trying! You're just like Uri's dad! Wait, is his name Urahara? So, Urahara and Unohana. Urahara. Okay, I think I can remember that. Unohana, fucking Kenpachi kicks ass. Flip it into a female, Urahara. I think I can remember it that way. I need to associate it to something. So if I associate it to Unohana, the badass female captain, flip it around, badass male captain. Done. Urahara, Unohana, Urahara, Unohana. Jesus, I just sound like I'm about to do a dance before a football match. You bring great shame to family. Well, whose fucking fault is that, mister? I'm not gonna tell my son shit about him. Or his mother. And fucking completely ignore him when he releases his Soul Reaper powers and provide absolutely no guidance whatsoever. And then I'm gonna throw shit at him. Whose fault is that, daddy? He was being polite. He was being polite! That doesn't fucking mean you can slouch on your responsibilities as a parent. Well, Aizen was going to tell him before he got interrupted. Aizen was gonna tell people a lot of things. Aizen could have fucking written him a letter at any time. He could have just left him a letter and just left it with Orihime. Because Aizen knew that Ichigo would go back for Orihime. So he could have just told Orihime. And Orihime would have told Ichigo. Don't fucking tell me that a brainiac like Aizen couldn't figure that out. That was just like a cockblock for the sake of cockblocking, just to leave a door that could be opened at another point in time. And it's gonna turn into a conversation between Ichigo and Aizen at some point. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, you knew all along, didn't you? Of course I did. Why didn't you tell me? Well, I was about to, but then that thing happened. Flashback time? Present day. See? The thing happened. Oh, okay. Like, fucking anime. It's gonna happen, watch. And then it's gonna turn out, you're not such a bad guy after all. Never was. It's gonna be fucking one of those things. So, did he know Rukia was sleeping in Ichigo's room? Wasn't Aizen always watching Ichigo? Aizen was probably shipping Rukia and Ichigo for, like, the entire time. He's like, this isn't gonna work. I know what I can do. Put Rukia on execution. Then he has to save her. Afterwards, they'll kiss. And then when it never happened, he was like, alright, let's fucking kidnap Rukia. Like, fucking hell, man. He's like, what more do you need, my boy? What more do you need? Oh yeah, I have to rescue her because she's, you know, a friend. Bruh. Imagine Aizen. He'd just be like... Literally. I mean, I'm pretty sure that yummy guy, Yama Watch Mustache Man, beat him to it. He's like, my poor boy! You don't know anything about anything. My poor son in the dark. Or whatever. Yuhabak. So hard to pronounce. And that's how people meet their spouses. You're just like, your head's in the ground after too much drinking, and then a schoolgirl runs up to you and saves you. Wait, Kurosaki? So you took her maiden name? Cock! Cock! He took her maiden name. What a cuck. Aizen probably wanted Kenpachi and Unohana Kid too. Fucking Aizen's the biggest shipper ever. Aizen just be shipping people. The Serate Squad 10. Is this a flashback? It's a flashback. Isn't it? It's a flashback. It's a flashback. Oh my god. Can I get his... Can I get it without it cutting off? Alright, give me a little bit. A little more. Come on. 747. Damn it! Fucking hell, man. Why did I make it... That's about as good as I can get it. Can I get like a whole headshot? Is that so much to ask for? I just want a headshot of the man. I'm not even asking for nudes. I just want a headshot. Is that too much to ask for? Give me a full headshot of the man. Bleach, man. It's nuts. Because it sounded cool with the name he wanted for his son. Maybe. Maybe. So the big-tittied lieutenant was originally in his squad. What was it? What rank was he in? Squad at the time, Toshio. 3rd seat. Oh, okay. Wait, was she a 2nd seat? Oh, she was the lieutenant. Wait, she was a lieutenant? And then she didn't get the top spot. She was a fucking lieutenant, and then the 3rd got skipped to captain. I'm sorry. That's just fucking funny. It's like, okay, we lost the captain of the squad. That means everyone gets a promotion, right? Uh-huh. Except you. You stay lieutenant. You, 3rd seat, captain. What? Shiba. I'm sorry, I just think of Shiba Inu. Of course he changed the name. He didn't want Ichigo Shiba. What are you, a dog? He just fucking picks him up. Yay! I'm not a kid. I'm 300 years old. You're a kid. I'm sorry, but it's so fucking cute. It's harmless. Come on. See, she finds out that she's been skipped for promotion. What? She's gonna go write tweets about the patriarchy. She got passed for promotion. This is like the most Japanese thing ever. That's like the most Japanese thing ever. We're not promoting you. Why? I can't say it. I'll be cancelled on Twitch. Who touched my whiskey cabinet? Oh, it was food. You know, like, remember how I say you always need to remember people's coffee orders? It means a lot to them. I do the same thing with Hunchi. He absolutely loves Coke. So when we went to the World Tournament, he didn't have time because he's an official. Like, he was just getting wound up everywhere. And I remember he was just sitting on the official table, and he's like, one of his, like, guys that he trained with, who was the head for, like, Asia, and then on the left side was a guy that was like in charge of Europe, and he's just like sitting on the official table, and he can't leave because he's an official. And the entire time he's just like this. So I went to the vending machine, I got him a Coke, and I just brought it, and he's just like, "You're a bad, bad man." They were like bringing him green tea and all this other Japanese stuff, and he's probably just thinking at the back of his mind, "I'd kill you all for a Coke." He left the tea. He didn't even open the tea. What did they have on Epstein and Hillary Clinton? He's running away from paperwork. Alright, this is the new thumbnail. I don't give a fuck. This is so much better than the headshot. Hey! This is the shit I'm talking about. Hachan, it is so hot and humid. Can we please use the aircon? Please. I don't know how you're cold. It's like fucking 35 degrees. How are you cold? Hachan gets cold in 35 degrees. Hachan, just eat a burger or something. Jesus. Girl's got no fat on her. Fuck's sake, how can she be cold in 35 degrees? Or maybe he just hates paperwork. Yeah, you're dead weight. What do you mean it's not turning on? Take the remote, point it at the aircon, and press the power button.
Just do it yourself.
What do you mean I'm gonna do it?
You're such a baby.
I'm not a baby, just press the power button at the aircon. What do you mean Sorry, can I have a minute, guys? Just... Hachan can't figure out how to work a goddamn aircon. Are you sure you're from Japan? Technological innovation, my ass. Ah, yay. I'm sorry, guys. Hachan can tune a piano, but she can't tune a fish. She can't operate an air conditioner either. Just curious, do you know anyone gets too cold? No. If I had my way, it would be 10 degrees all day, every day. But unfortunately not. Alright, back to the anime where people avoid paperwork. Is it true that females easily get cold? What I remember from JoJo Part 5. I don't know if females do get cold. I see a lot of them in miniskirts, even in winter. I don't know how true that is. They skipped how Ichigo's dad said he liked her boob were glistering after running in search for him. Yeah, that's so Japanese. Passing up the female for promotion and sexual harassment. Oh, is this Mayuri? Oh, Aizen. You know you're fucked when the blind guy is in charge of operating the machines, yet Hachan can't turn on an air conditioner. He really loves that, doesn't he? You are in the palm of my hand. Like, what is this, a massage parlor? Figured I'd pop by and say this at least. Take care of my headache. Hey, Hexen. June 4th. You know, he does look a little bit like a Shiba Inu. Look at that face. That puppy face. He looks like a Shiba Inu. How the fuck do you get lost looking for the bathroom and end up in the human world? How did you get up in here? Well, I was out with the boys, I got lost, and that's how we ended up in this girl's bedroom. Happens all the time. Can the little subtitles stop being over the thing? Because I can't see shit. Oh, look, it's the Nazi doctor's residence. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! So, they're not just friends. There was his brother-in-law. Wait, so that makes Uryu his cousin or second cousin? And that makes Uryu dad his uncle. Oh shit! Wow. So Ichigo's got some extended family. This is gonna be fun. And so Uryu Ishida probably found out. Oh shit! It's like, well, I'm not gonna help you because you're a fucking Soul Reaper. He's your second cousin. Shit. Well, I gotta help family. And then Vin Diesel comes out of nowhere. You, nothing like family. Wait till you find out that she's gonna hook up with a Soul Reaper. Oh, that's grandmother. Right, so she's not, like, brother sister with him. She was taken in. All right, so she's extended family, but like still family. Well, he's currently got Mayuri taking a big thing and putting it up his sphincter to see how much pain tolerance Quincy's have. Ryu, they literally called him Dragon. What the fuck? You, I name Dragon. You, I name Dog. Like, fuck. You, Shiba. You, Ryu. Good mix. It's like, fuck. You, Neko. it's just, fuck it. Did he cook it himself? What's wrong with the food? We must preserve the blood. What are you doing with that soul? I'm sorry, but I just love when racism gets fucked. Incest, gotta keep the bloodline pure. Man, my father was all about pure blood Serbs. So much so that he tried to hook me up with his best friend's son's daughter. And I'm like, no. No, thank you. He's like, but she's full-blooded Serbian. It's like, I don't care. She sits on a couch all day. She's lazy. And then there was like this other girl. I'm like, Dad, she's 8. He's like, give it another 10 years. And I'm like, fuck off. Ew. Oh! Oh! This is getting good. I didn't know we were watching Danganronpa. Yeah, compliment me more, why don't you? Woof. Oof! You know, you could always just, like, sire a child and then go get someone else. I mean, that's what they did back in the day. You're not Batman, Sheba boy. Ooh! I mean, you don't want to make it too high. Then they're going to be like, fuck that shit, I'm out. Oh shit, it's a cipher. Excuse me, but the last time we saw a holo that looks like this was when Ichigo, lost himself. Shiba, what exactly did you put your penis into? Did you have a love child with this holo and then pretend like it was your baby with your baby mama? And then when she found out you needed to cut off loose ends and get rid of her? You're a bad, bad man. I know you were off the reservation, but like, bruh, you're a bad, bad man. You're allowed to draw your sword at this point. You racist fuck. This episode is Japanese as fuck. We have corporate sexism, racism, incest, pure blood in there. Like, this is Japanese as fuck at this point. No, don't go outside. No, don't go outside. What the hell is a gemi, whatever the fuck? And if you tell me they're just Quincy's of a lower class, I'ma slap you. You blue-eyed blonde motherfucker. The more I watch this episode, the more questions I have. I was like, oh, that's Ichigo's mum. That answers so many questions. 2 seconds later. Time for incest! Well, what the fuck? By the way, I'm a holo, but you look just like Ichigo. What the hell is going on? Gemisht means mixed breed. Genetic diversity. Have you not learnt of it, motherfucker? You're a doctor. You should know the benefits of genetic diversity in terms of survival. Recessive genes, motherfucker. Have you heard of them? Inbreeding, motherfucker. How fucking You know what? That's just Darwinism at work. Oh, there is a captain struggling with what appears to be a holo. I am going to distract the captain. If he tried to, like, flank the holo, being stupid because he couldn't handle its spiritual pressure, like, it's okay, Captain, I'm a flank it, fair enough. But distracting your captain in the middle of a fight, fuck you, I'd kill you myself. Oh, you're working in Section 13, that's a fucking omen in itself. You're a bad Nazi. She's like, I'm gonna go save innocent people. And he's like, no, we must keep the bloodline pure and commit genocide. You know what would be truly fucked up? If this is one of Aizen's experiments, and then he sees Shiba and the Quincy girl, and is like, I've got an idea. I'm gonna pull that thing out of the Bible where the Holy Spirit impregnates a maiden, and the baby is gonna be my experiment. And then Shiba is like, I will take care of your child. And then Kuma in the background is like, cock! Well, it's clearly a low-level Espada. Oh! Aizen! Can we just, like, admire how efficient Aizen is? He cut him on the right shoulder, and he's right-handed. He can't raise his arm. He can't fight. He just disabled him without actually injuring him permanently. Okay, and now he cut across the entire back. What the fuck? I thought the cut was downwards, not whatever. I don't understand this hollow. I have blades for hands. Yes. And the Shinigami is using his Zanpakuto to block one of my blades. Yes. Which means you have another arm free. Yes. That's a blade. Yes. Why don't you stab him? No speaker English. Okay. Aizen philosophy. If the ship doesn't happen, then force it to happen. Look, you're making a crossbreed baby whether you like it or not. What? "'Tis but a flesh wound. 'Tis just a scratch." Yeah, look at the excitement in his eyes. The rest of the time, he's like, let's just fuck shit up. And then as soon as this happens, he's like, wait! Let's see how this goes. Fucking shipper. What? Nani? I like her. I could see why he would want to put a baby in that. If I can't hit you... if I can't hit you... Slub as fuck. It's so Kenpachi. It's so Kenpachi. It's like, if I can't get beyond your guard, I'ma just let you stab me, and now you've got no guard. It's like, who does that? Ask her on a date. I like how Jin and the other guy are like, can we eliminate them? And Aizen's like, no, 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 no. It's getting good. It's getting good. You literally get Aizen use his release to basically like manipulate his senses and literally get him to ask her out. He fucks with the space-time continuum itself just to get him to ask her out. He's like, if you're not asking her out, I'm gonna make you ask her out. I like how it doesn't know what a Quincy weapon looks like. You were probably part of the war. I'm just saying. It's about the right time period. And at this point, Aizen realized he was going to put a test experiment in that belly. Oh my god, this is like the most Naruto thing ever. This is the most Naruto thing ever. Oh, a Quincy, our mortal enemies. I've never seen one in person. This is fantastic. Meanwhile, she's just like, I don't know what I should think or do in a situation like this. No! No, 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 no. They are not all like this. This is not a representation of what Shinigami are like to Quincy's. I'ma just say that right now. You might want to not, like, say hi to every Shinigami you meet. No, hey, Grandma, I got a new boyfriend. Okay. He's a Soul Reaper! Eh? Eh? Damn it! I was hopeful that you would learn something through seeing her talk to a Soul Reaper about how class systems and shit are stupid, but you're fucking stupid. Oh! Wait, so he passed it on to a Quincy, meaning Ichigo has it. Oh, okay. So that's where he got it from. Aizen! Stop it! You with your genetic experimentation on young kids. You fucking Nazi. You fucking shipper. Fucking shipper. That's exactly what a shipper would say. Oh, he's a shipper. He's a fucking shipper. Who would have thought? I'm calling this episode Aizen the Shipper. Aizen wants to see the ship. I like this song, by the way. Rangiku is for hitting it and quitting it. Masaki is for marriage. Bro, if a girl is willing to take a wound for you just to blow something's head off, you put a ring on that. It's okay. You've got a Soul Reaper in the family. Everything you know about purity goes to absolute shit. You're having an identity crisis. It's okay. What now? Who's this guy? Oh, he's the lieutenant of Yaba, whatever the fuck. He's gonna try to recruit him. He's like, listen to me, my young son from another brother who was slumming with some Soul Reaper. You know? Listen here, young one. We've got plenty of girls. You thought there were no Quincy girls left, so you had a vow of celibacy. But now, we've got a whole range of girls from you to pick from. You know? You must continue the Quincy bloodline. With one or all of them. We don't care at this point. We need more foot soldiers. Ichigo is triple breed. He is a rare specimen. Indeed. Aizen, don't kill her, Tosin. I want my babies to kiss. Also me want to play Fire Emblem and get supports. In Fire Emblem, I kind of viewed a lot of the students as like my kids. And toward the end of it, I was just like trying to marry them off for political gain. And then I was gone for like 3 years and nothing happened in the war. There was a fucking stalemate. And I'm like, you kids are the biggest disappointment of my life. I'm gone 3 years, nothing happens, and the war is on a stalemate. What the fuck were you doing this entire time? Have you learnt nothing from what I taught you? Aizen, Ichigo, even your birth was part of my grand plan. He's a shipper. He's the world's biggest shipper. Well, this was unexpected. I knew it was inevitable that we would get a little bit of a flashback. But this is just like, you know what I mean? You're not only a Quincy, you're part of these Quincy's, you know? You're not just a Quincy, you're one of like, purebred Quincy's. So Ichigo's just like, he's this clusterfuck of everything. I'm human. I'm Soul Reaper. I'm Quincy. I'm a hollow experiment. What even am I? And then he just gets something about it not really mattering where you come from. What really matters is what you choose and all this other stuff. So it's just like this whole thing. Ichigo's gonna turn into this giant thing where he's just gonna be like, you Soul Reapers, you Quincy's, you're dicks and assholes. You're both shits. You're fucking everyone up. Can you just stop? You have more in common than you realize. You're both assholes and you shit all over everybody. He's a scientist. He's a mad scientist, that's for sure. He makes Kurasuchi look like a schoolgirl. This is the best part of this something so far. The next week is going to be even better. Well, next week is an hour episode, so it's going to be really good. What gets me with Orihime is like, I bought her these things at the market and they just turned out to be fairy monsters. And I'm like, I call bullshit on that one. Aizen probably placed those things there just to see what happens. Aizen is just a shipper and wants to see what abilities their children will possess. True. Is also something you skipped in the arc. What's also something I skipped in the arc? Anyway, at least Bleach is getting good. Come on, Bleach is getting good. We're getting backstories, we're getting more stuff on characters, we get decent battles, we're gonna get some Kenpachi eventually. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be nice. 52 episode season, I like it. I'm just gonna be sad when it's over. I'm honestly gonna be sad when it's over. I'm not gonna want it to end, especially when it gets good. It kind of got stale after the Ironkar arc and after Aizen was defeated, which is why I dropped Bleach, because it got boring. After Aizen, it was just boring. But now it's like good again, so I like it. Orihime's power is explained. Gotcha. Oh. I could see Aizen trying to ship Ichigo and Rukia or Orihime and see what happens. Well, like, he tried kidnapping Rukia, and then Ichigo saves her, and it's like, now kiss. Nothing happened. So he kidnapped Orihime, and Ichigo saves her. Now kiss, and then nothing happened. And then he's like, maybe I need to start kidnapping guys. It's not working. I can also see Aizen bashing his head against the wall with Rukia and Renji. I thought they were more siblings with the way they communicate with each other. Yeah. Renji's like an adoptive brother. I remember from the flashbacks. Okay. Let's have a little break. And let's do a few non-story missions in Final Fantasy VII Reunion so we can get ready for Sunday.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.